The K-Film lineup for 2023 features films in action, comedy, horror, musical, and other genres. We've also taken care to select independent treasures in addition to popular blockbusters. There are options with actors like Song Joong-ki, Lee Byung-hun, Kim Da-mai, Song Kang-ho, Crystal Jung, and more for those who like to base their movie choices on cast. Let's explore the top Korean films of 2023. Number 10. Project Silence. Project Silence is another one of Korea's nominations for Cannes in 2023. This action thriller has a pretty strange premise. On a Seoul bridge, government-engineered mutant dogs begin attacking people who are stuck in traffic. The action sequences in Project Silence have good cinematography, making the most of the misty bridge location to evoke a sense of dread. The film, with its plethora of plot twists, nuanced political allusions, and individual backstories, is almost too extravagant, though. Still, Project Silence does all right if you're searching for a hectic thriller with non-stop action. Number 9. Myang. The term Myang has three meanings in Korean. It can be used to describe the feeling of not being able to let go of things, the act of looking around, or the inability to come to a conclusion. Myang, an independent film, lives up to its title as it follows two characters through three separate acts that closely correspond to the different definitions of the word Myang. With its focus on two friends of the opposing gender who rejoin after a protracted separation and remember their friendship, Myang has a lot in common with the American movie Past Lives. It has also been likened by Anglophone critics to a combined Korean counterpart of Richard Linklater's Before trilogy, Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. However, Myang's stunning photography gives a light-hearted and melancholic view of Seoul that goes beyond American comparisons. The city seems differently than it does in other Korean dramas and films. Number 8. The Chilled. Neo-noir action film Kang Tae-ju, a relative rookie, plays Marco Han in The Chilled, a mixed-race boxer from Korea and the Philippines. Marco resolves to search for his estranged father in Korea in order to raise the money necessary to pay for his sick mother's medical care. However, he runs across an enigmatic assassin, played by K-drama hottie Kim Sun-ho of hometown Cha and startup fame, who obstructs his path. With this sense of style, Kim Sun-ho's assassin character in The Chilled perhaps steals the show. There are several battle sequences and a lot of surprises throughout this thrilling movie. The Chilled is pleasant for those who enjoy other Korean media with the boxing theme, such as the drama Bloodhounds from 2023 or Kim Sun-ho. Watch this Korean film on Viki. Number 7. Soulmate. The Chinese film Soulmate, which followed two girls as they transitioned from youth to maturity, was reviewed by Cinema Escapist in 2016. The film tempted spectators with vaguely sexual promotional materials. We're back with a listicle on Soulmate, the Korean version of the Chinese original film released in 2023. In the Korean film Soulmate, Kim Da-mai, famous for her Itaewon Class, and Jeon So-ni played two 1988-born ladies who, like the characters in the original Chinese film, become close friends after first meeting at the age of 13. The two leads' connection touched many viewers deeply. The film contains numerous emotional highs and lows, but eventually leaves viewers feeling deeply affected. Number 6. Killing Romance. Killing Romance did not perform very well at the box office upon its initial release in Korea. But when word spread on social media, the movie gained cult status both in South Korea and elsewhere. Looking back, it's understandable why Killing Romance would become a global cult classic. The film is an eccentric musical romance comedy with Wes Anderson-esque photography and musical numbers unheard of in Korean cinematic history. The main character in Killing Romance, played by Lee Haney, is a disillusioned actress who seeks to leave her abusive marriage to an eccentric real estate tycoon, played by Lee Sun-kyun from Parasite. She works with her adolescent neighbor to carry out a number of ad hoc attempts to kill her spouse using unusual methods in order to achieve that goal. Killing Romance is a huge breath of fresh air for people who desire something different, especially in light of the abundance of recent Korean films that are either predictable action comedies, gritting action thrillers, or melancholic indie mopes. Number 5. Sleep. On our ranking of the top Korean films of 2023, Lee Sun-kyun makes another appearance, this time in the horror flick Sleep. Lee portrays Hyun-soo, a poor actor who recently got married and impregnated his office worker wife Stu-jin, Jung Yumi. A frightening sequence of events and concerns leads Sleep down a dark path when Soo-jin discovers one night that Hyun-soo is sleepwalking in an unsettling way. As Bong Joon-ho's associate director on Ocha, Jason Yu, the director of Sleep, was highly praised by Bong for being the most distinctive horror movie he had seen in the previous 10 years. Sleep was selected for both the Cannes and Toronto International Film Festivals, and at the 2023 Blue Dragon Film Awards, it brought home the Best Actress award for Jung Yoo-mi. Number 4. Cobweb. For the first few decades of its history, South Korea was an authoritarian regime, as we discussed in a number of pieces on Cinema Escapist. This serves as the setting for the Korean film Cobweb, which comes out in 2023. The film, which takes place in the early 1970s, stars Song Kang-ho, the host, Parasite, etc., as Kim Kai-yeol, an obsessive film director. Kim feels the need to redo the ending of his film within a film, Cobb, which he recently completed. He forces the unwilling actors and crew back onto the set for some last-minute reshoots, but he runs into problems with government censorship. Kim Kai-young was one of Korea's most well-known directors from the Cold War era, best known in the West for The Housemaid from 1960. It seems that Kim Kai-yeol's portrayal of the 1970s Korean movie scene was so accurate and sharp that Kim Kai-young's family filed a lawsuit because they felt Kim Kai-young looked too much like Kim Kai-young. In spite of any legal issues, people who are curious about Korean history or the backstage stories of Korean films can appreciate Cobb. Number 3. Smugglers. This list seems to focus a lot on the 1970s because that's when Smugglers also happened. This humorous film, which was directed by Ryu Sun-won, Escape from Mogadishu, Battleship Island, The Berlin File, follows 6 haenyeo, or female divers, who become involved in smuggling when a chemical facility threatens their ability to make a living in their beach village. The de facto leader of the female smuggling organization is Jo Chunja, Kim Hae-soo. After meeting a well-known smuggler in Seoul, she tries to enlist her friends in even more daring missions. Over its 2 hours, Smugglers offers enough of amusement with its twists and creative aquatic scenes. When compared to other Korean action films, its gender dynamics are very novel. Smugglers secured a spot in the Toronto and Locarno International Film Festivals, in addition to earning Best Film at the 2023 Blue Dragon Film Awards. Number 2. 12.12. The Day. 12.12. The Day opened somewhat late in 2023, but it made a rapid ascent to the second place at the domestic box office in South Korea, where it grossed the second biggest amount of money. The film, which stars big names like Hwang Jung-min and Jung Woo-sung, dramatizes events leading up to the coup on December 12, 1979, which set off Chun Doo-won's military government. This film is probably best enjoyed by those who are interested in Korean politics and history, as it is another example of South Korea's consistent use of cinema to manage historical memory regarding its authoritarian past. The places where 12.12. The Day deviates dramatically, like when describing a skirmish in Seoul's well-known Gwanghwamun Plaza, are intriguing though. These decisions enhance the movie's appeal to a wider audience while also making it a compelling political narrative worth watching. In fact, 12.12. The Day created so much excitement when the movie was released that it helped the South Korean box office emerge from a prolonged period of decline. Given the historical significance of the film, schools even took students to see it, a move that was criticized by far-right organizations yearning for Chun Doo-won. Number 1. Concrete Utopia. Owning an apartment in Seoul is considered a prestige symbol, yet given the frequently depicted realities of economic disparity in South Korea, only a fortunate few may be able to purchase a house there. Concrete Utopia, our ultimate choice for the finest Korean film of 2023, takes place in this setting. In the aftermath of a terrible earthquake that destroyed all but one apartment building in Seoul, Concrete Utopia is set. Together, the people living in this complex, known as the Hwanggung or Imperial Palace in English, decide to keep others out of their somewhat safe refuge. Enforcing this rule and keeping the complex in order are the responsibilities of a guy named Yeon-tak, who is portrayed by veteran actor Lee Byung-hun in a fantastic performance that earned him the Blue Dragon Award for Best Actor. Concrete Utopia also provides insightful social commentary on South Korea's economic situation, which is why it makes our selection of the best Korean films of 2023. In addition, the movie was selected by South Korea for the U.S. Academy Awards in 2023. It has been selected for international film festivals and has made a sizable profit at the box office.